Hello, I am M. Yusuf D. Memon from Matiari. Today, I have a book in my hand. This is the book of English of class 9, new course. First of all, let me give you a brief introduction about this book. There are total 8 units in this book. Each unit covers these 5 areas of teaching. Number first, reading comprehension. Number second, listening and speaking. Number third, language practice. Number 4, writing. Number 5, study skills. And number 7 is fun. These are the 5 areas which each unit covers. These are the 5 areas of teaching. In every unit, the teacher will cover these 6 areas of teaching. The unit 1 of this book is ethics, character building. This is the topic of the unit 1. In this unit, the first area of teaching is reading comprehension. Today, I will teach you the first 3 exercises of this unit. Exercise 1, exercise 2, and exercise 3. These are the 3 exercises which I want to teach you today. As in the reading comprehension, Unit 1.1 is reading text. The reading text is about the last sermon of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Let me read this reading text. This is new book, and please listen to this. The last sermon of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was born in 571 AD at Makkah, Saudi Arabia, in a respected Quraysh family. Once again, dear student, I advise you, please listen this very carefully. The last sermon of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was born in 571 AD at Makkah, Saudi Arabia, in a respected Quraysh family. The Quraysh used to worship idols. And did not believe in one God. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked the Quraysh not to worship their false gods. He told them that he was the Prophet of Allah and asked them to accept Islam and to worship the one and only true God. Most of them refused to accept Islam. They thought that he was against their gods and their ancestors. They opposed this new faith so much that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had to ask the believers to migrate to Yathrib, a city 320 kilometers, 200 miles north of Makkah. But with time, as many people started accepting his message and converting to Islam, the Quraysh became more aggressive and started making attempts on his life. Hence, when Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam got positive signals from Yathrib He also decided to migrate there. After 8 days' journey, he reached the outskirts of Yathrib on 28th June 622. But he did not enter the city directly. He stopped at a place called Quba, a place some miles from the main city, and built a mosque there. On 2nd July 622, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam entered the city. This event is known as Hijrah and marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. Yathrib was soon named Madinatun Nabi, literally city of the Prophet. But Nabi was soon dropped and its name became Medina, meaning the city. At the time of arrival of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Medina, the city had 4 broad groups of people. There were the Muslims, including those who were from Medina and those who had migrated from Mecca. Then there were the hypocrites, that is, those who embraced Islam in name only, but actually were against it. Additionally, there were the people from Aus and Khazraj who were still pagans, but were likely to accept Islam. Finally, there were the Jews who were huge in number and formed an important community there. In order to ensure that all these people lived peacefully with each other, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam invited the leading personalities of all the communities to discuss the matter. He wanted the different groups to reach a formal agreement of harmony among the communities and for the security of the city of Medina. He succeeded in drawing up the Constitution of Medina, also known as the Charter of Medina, through which a kind of understanding was developed among the communities living in Medina. It mentioned the rights and duties of the Muslims and the Jews of Medina, gave freedom of religion, and prohibited any alliance with the outside enemies. It also declared that any dispute would be referred to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam for settlement. In later years, he unified the different Arab tribes under Islam, carried out social and religious reforms, and administrative developments that further consolidated the Islamic community in Medina. In the year 10 Al-Hijrah, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam undertook his farewell pilgrimage to Mecca. This fair pilgrimage is one of the most significant historical events of the Muslims, for it was the first and last pilgrimage made by Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as well as an occasion when he taught Muslims how to perform the Hajj. Moreover, it was during this Hajj that he delivered his last sermon in the Urana valley of Mount Arafat on the 9th of Zulhajj, 10th Al-Hijrah, 6th March 632. There were countless Muslims present with the Prophet ﷺ during his last pilgrimage when he delivered his last sermon. Delivering his last sermon, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ first of all practiced and thanked, praised and thanked Allah, and then said, O people, lend men an attentive ear, for I know not whether after this year I shall ever be amongst you again. Therefore, listen to what I am saying to you very carefully, and take these words to those who could not be present here today. Amongst other things, he gave the following messages. O people, regard the life and property of every Muslim as a sacred trust. Return the goods entrusted to you to their rightful owners. Hurt not one, so that no one may hurt you. Beware of shaitan, for the safety of your religion. He has lost all hope that he will never be able to lead you astray in big things. So beware of following him in small things. O people, it is true that you have certain rights with regard to your women, but they also have rights over you. All mankind is from Adam, and Adam was created from dust. The noblest of you in Allah's sight is the most God-fearing. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor does a non-Arab have any superiority over an Arab. A white has no superiority over a black, nor does a black have any superiority over a white, except by piety and good action. I, therefore, crush under my feet all the false claims to greatness and superiority founded on blood or wealth. Every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim, and that the Muslims constitute one brotherhood. Nothing shall be legitimate to a Muslim which belongs to a fellow Muslim unless it was given freely and willingly. The Holy Prophet completed his last sermon by saying, Be my witness, O God, that I have conveyed your message to your people. The messages conveyed in this sermon are for all times. If the Muslims follow these messages, the result will be a fair and equitable society in which there will be honesty and justice, and meritocracy will be the guiding principle. This was reading text. First area of teaching, reading comprehension. Now, let me solve these three exercises. Exercise 1, read the text and tick the correct answer. I have read the text. You have listened it very carefully. Now, let's solve this exercise. The text is about the battles of Islam, the families of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the migration and teachings of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the last pilgrimage. Dear students, as you listened, what is this text about? Is this about battles of Islam? There is no mention of battles of Islam. The family of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, there is only one sentence, respected family. No more information about the Prophet's family. The migration and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, there is a mention of migration also and teachings, but not all teachings of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The last pilgrimage. So I think the answer of this question will be the last pilgrimage, as the topic of the reading text is the last sermon of the Holy Prophet. What is this last sermon about? It is about the last pilgrimage. So the right answer of this first, I think, will be the last D. Number second, which of the following message is mentioned in the last sermon as given in the text? Number first, people should not hurt others. B, both men and women have rights over each other. Number C, Muslims are part of one brotherhood. Number D, all of the above. The answer will be D, all of the above. There is mention that people should not hurt others. It is also mentioned in this text. Both men and women have rights over each other. It is also mentioned in this text. Muslims are part of one brotherhood. It is also mentioned. So the answer will be last, all of the above. Now, exercise 2, vocabulary. Exercise 2. Find the following words in the text and underline them. Take this book with you. There are some words given. You have to underline these words in the text in this book. These words are ancestors, migrate, aggressive, hypocrites, pagans, harmony, prohibited, alliance, unified, consolidated, astray, beware, superiority, piety, legitimate, equitable, meritocracy, principle. These are the words. You have to underline. You have only to underline the words in the text. Now, exercise 3. In exercise 3, what is this exercise? What does this say? Choose any 10 words from the list above and use them in your own sentences. Write these sentences in your notebook. Once you have finished writing, exchange your copy with your partner. Read each other's sentences and give feedback. Now, you have to use these sentences in sentences of your own as ancestors. The Quraysh thought that the Holy Prophet was against their ancestors, so they refused to accept Islam. You have to use these sentences in your own sentence. You have to make your own sentence. I can use all these words. I have written here that use these words in your own sentence. Try to use all these words in your own sentence. All these words are mentioned in the text. Read them carefully and make sentences of your own. Thank you very much.